Yes, it's Sunday, and that was Yentel Caers sending it big time. If you haven't checked out his video, you should check it out. I think it did over 250,000 views after I put it on the channel. That is crazy, absolutely crazy. But the guy is going off, and just looking at the comments, everyone's like, how the hell is that guy doing that stuff? I mean, there's some good stacks in there, and there's some made moves. World champion, European champion. Yeah, it's easy to see why. It's easy to see why. Also, I've been looking around the internet. I also noticed this.
Oh, sick one.
Yeah, massive stall double from Marc Pare. He's been over in Pozo, as I kind of said before, but that is a crazy, perfect rotating stall double. Loving that. Absolutely loving that. Also, Ricardo Campello, he's back on the Superman trail. Yeah, he's been pushing super hard on the Superman. Is he going to get one, though? That's the question you put out there. Few people say, no way, never. I think it's possible, but maybe it's got to be a Superman back loop just to get the pressure of the wind on the board. I don't know. Interested, let us know in the comments what you think. Is that possible? But for me, the best clip I saw on the internet last week was this. Yeah, this is Philip in cold Hawaii, 9 years old, and this is his first ever planing run. Yes, mate, yes. Welcome. You're hooked now. You're done. Every windsurfer out there remembers their first day planing, and you're done now. That's you for life. You're in. You're part of the club, dude. Welcome aboard. Painful days of following the forecast, spending all your money on gear. It's going to be a good ride, mate. It's going to be a good ride. Also, got to mention this. Check this shot out. Yeah, this is from the first round of the Funboard Cup in France. It was in Dunkirk, and that is Tristan Algray. He went on to win the competition, and that's, I think, during one of the races. I hope it's not, but I think it is. It's like a massive air Vulcan. Fair play, mate. Fair play. That is full on. So keeping with the theme of events, we're going to tell you about the Slag on Domburg, or something like this. It's a competition in Holland, Domburg to be precise, and the organisers, it's like a promotion for windsurfing, just a fun event, and basically it runs from the beginning of September, as far as I know, until the water gets too cold. They say below 9 degrees is too cold. The forecast has to be above 30 knots, and if it is, it's got to be on a weekend as well, so a Saturday or Sunday, and as soon as that forecast is, they give a warning, 48 hours and it's on. And just to give you a little bit of a warm-up, I was sent a couple of pictures by Arthur. Check out some of these at the conditions they might be getting. First up, we got this. Yeah, this is Mathias van Dijk. Little late hit there. Yeah, nice. Like, look at the waves, though. They look sick. Also, from Mathias, same guy as a back loop bail. Well, he's still holding on to the boom, but getting rid of the foot straps. Unlike this next bloke, this is Patrick, and he decided he wasn't having any of it and just got rid of the whole thing. Yeah, getting out of there, mate. Getting out of there. Love it. Absolutely love it. And last, but by no means least, we've got Wout with an absolutely sick turn. Yeah, exactly. I tell you what, Domburg looks pretty sweet. I'm looking forward to that competition going off, and we'll keep you posted as soon as it does, because I'm pretty into the whole format. I like it. I like it. And cheers for sending the pictures in. Obviously, you can send your pictures in. I do have quite a few videos stacked up now because we've missed a few Send It Sundays. So I will be bringing you those. If you've got any new stuff, any crazy stuff, any funny stuff, send it at Windsurfing.TV. We transfer Dropbox, or, file sharing is preferable. And I'll put them in the link. I won't email you back because I get so many and it just takes up too much time. So if you've sent them, I've got them. I'm just waiting for the right time. We've also got to thank the sponsors. themailingroom.com. Yes, set on for another year of Send It Sunday. Yeah. Okay, next up, I got sent a load of clips from Pozo from this man. Guillermo Alba, on the Goya stuff. He has been absolutely sending it over in Pozo. I've seen so many cool moves from him. I mean, he has got all the moves. He's got the push tubes, he's got the big old backies. He's got wave moves. He's been throwing it all down. But he has been working on his stall forwards. Yeah, and they are looking pretty tasty. He's pretty much got them on lock. He's got the perfect technique. If you're thinking about doing stall forwards, check out the technique, the way the mast drops upwind, the body way. You don't sheet in too early. There's a few key things in that move. And if you watch a few of them good ones, I really think it will help you do the stall forward. You've got to stall it. It's the key. It's called a stall forward. So he's got them down. Well, sort of. Yeah, the odd one escapes you. The odd one escapes you. Catches you out when that big gust comes through. But like I said, once you've got the stall forward down, what's next? Go on, have a think. Yeah, of course, it's the double, and he has been throwing some two scoops. Yes, there's been some good efforts. There has been some solid efforts, and there's been some not so solid efforts. But whatever it is, he is just sending it. Absolutely sending it. I know if I sent it that hard these days, I'll be struggling to walk the next day. So I guess Dida, the physio, Dida Raider, obviously world class sailor, but physio, I bet she's been busy this summer. I bet she's been busy. And talking of physios or rehab, this next bloke is probably going to need some of that. Yeah, and I don't mean this guy we've got on screen now. This is a kiter. We've got it from his view, but just check what happens after this kite loop. Oh, it just lands and then starts... Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. When you watch that back, I tell you, it goes through you. Yeah, this is Max on the Windsurfer in Borkum, I think it is, in northern Germany. He's there sailing along, minding his own business. And you can see, doesn't even see it coming. And this guy does a kite loop, comes running down and bounces towards him, loses his edge. But just look at his ankle. Oh, man, that looks brutal. Brutal. He's okay. Nothing was broken, apparently. But, I mean, the pictures... Looks nasty, doesn't it? You can see the edge of that board caught that thing. The guy on the kite, Jan, well, apparently him and Max are now really good buddies. He's a super nice guy, man. He even bought me some beers. I should bloody hope so. Nearly broke your bloody leg, mate. Oh, man. But apparently he's a nice guy and it's all good because he's bought him some beer. So fair play, Max. You're an understanding bloke. I think if that happened in America, he might have been getting sued, Mo. Yeah. But the only problem is, Max, your buddy Jan has been spotted down in the south of France. Yeah, this is near Perpignan. And just check. Jan, the kiter, he's back again. There he is. I told you. He's like, is that a new sport, windsurf bombing? Crazy. Look at it again. Yeah, this is Tonic with the tabletop. He might have just been thinking, what's going on? And then I think the KiteSurfers board, Jan's board, is behind. Is it Jan? Okay, it might not be Jan. I don't want to give him a bad rep, but some dodgy kite surfers out there, mate. There's some dodgy kite surfers. Okay, we've got to bring it back because we've had a few weeks off. What's coming back? Spot the Bail. Yes, Spot the Bail is back. And who's featuring this week? Well, this is Noam Artzi from Maui. He's only been windsurfing 2 years or round about that. And he is sending some massive moves. He's actually new on the Simmerstar team. They've snapped him up because they thought the progression was just crazy. And they want to be a piece of that when he gets a bit older. But he's been sending the back loops. And there's this bail. Yeah, Spot the Bail. So if you've never played it before, Spot the Bail is like we get a bail. And then you have to pick which number is the actual bail. So this is the shot. And now you've got, I think, 6 options this week. There could be 7. I forgot. Okay, so is it number 1? It could be. Easily could be. It's been 1 before. Is it number 2? Again, it could be. Is it number 3? It actually looks like number 3. I would go with number 3. Or am I bluffing you? Maybe. Is it number 4? Or is it number 5? Surely it's not. It can't be number 5. Is it number 6? I doubt it. Or is it number 7? Well, I don't know. I can't remember if there is a number 7. It could be. I do these things before. So there you go. 1 to 7, 1 to 6, whatever it is. If you're a member of Windsurfing.TV, and you have to be a member, you're going to win this hat. You win this exact hat. I'm just put it on fresh today. So if you want to win and you remember, put the number and then put member, just so I don't have to search through to find if you're a member. Whoever wins, I will check. Don't you worry. And if you're not a member, you can chip in some beer money. Keep the channel going. It is what's funding this whole thing and the podcast and everything. So you guys are making it happen, and I really thank everyone who has chipped in some beer money. Okay, so there we go. That's it for the competition. What have we got next? I think we've got a few backloop sends. Yeah, this is Stu at Camber Sands. Check this. Ooh. Oh, the over-rotator. The over-rotator. Yeah, it's nasty. Now, people have been asking me for a few tips when they send a few things in. So for this back loop in particular, I would say, Stu, your front hand's too far forward. So as you're coming round, you can't extend the front of the sail. Your hand's straight, everything's good, but because your hand's so close to the front, it might make it tricky to stop that rotation. There's a few other things that you might have to change, but you might have been able to save that if your hand had been a bit further back. That's what I would call that, because what happened is you're on the arc and there's nothing stopping you. So if the water had been a bit higher, you probably would have landed it, but the nose misses and you go back up for another one. Like I said, there's quite a lot to a back loop, but it's a 2-stage jump, up and down, not around. Okay, next up, we've got another over-rotating back loop. Yeah, this is Raoul, one of the PWA juniors, and here he goes. Ooh, yes, that's a good bit of rotation, mate. Yeah, he smashes down on the boom in that one. And that's a usual one you see in windy conditions. Why does that happen? Maybe I'll give you the biggest secret ever. No? Well, okay, I might give you a little secret here. It's because the rotation is done with the board. So he throws the board, you can see the back leg kicks through, and that puts the board over the top, and once the board is gone, you are not going to bring it back, and that's why that over-rotates. It's obviously super exaggerated when it's windy. So people who crash their back loops when it's windy and land when it's light is usually because their rotation is done with the board. Again, it's very complicated. I'm not going to sum it up in a couple of tips here, but just think about that if you can. Watch it back. You watch the back foot and then it's just gone. Then the sail comes round and you're not going to be able to hold it. But solid effort, mate. Solid effort. Next up, but we're not going to go to the back loop. No, we're going to go to a forward and listen to this. That is just, and then you go, oh, he's broke the board. It's like, it sounded like a hard landing, and it obviously was. Board's in 2 pieces, but like I said, just listen to that again. Oh man, I could just feel the wind almost go out because probably landed on a wave or in a bit of chop. Nothing you can do about that. You're going to break boards. If you land that flat with that much pressure that makes you make a noise like that, your board is probably going to break. But fair play. I've got no name for that one, but fair play. That was proper. That was proper. Okay, and we're going to finish up with some jibing practice. Yes, this is over in the gorge, and I think this is John. I love the duck jibe crash, the mast tip. You just gotta love that type of crash, especially from that angle. That is a beauty. John says he watches Sunday Sunday every week with the wife, and they look forward to it. So I hope I've made your week there. That is his first duck live jibe attempts, but he also sent me this one. Yes, pretty sick, dude. Pretty sick. So loving it. Loving it. There you go. We'll be back next Sunday, and I might do a foiling special. I'm just going to, if you have got any foiling sends, send them in, and maybe I'll do the foiling special because I do have quite a few mounted up. And it's just one thing left to say, that no matter where you are in the world, don't forget to send it. Thanks once again for everyone tuning in, and a massive, massive, massive thanks to all the beer money people. I'm going to put all you newbies up there. We've obviously had all the reoccurring members come in. We've had a few people cancel, I won't lie, but I know how difficult it is at the moment, even our situation here, obviously with all the Pare events. So I understand that not everyone's going to carry on the membership, but thanks to everyone who has and the new members. I keep saying it, but you're genuinely making it happen. 20 to 30 to 50 quid, whatever you think it's worth a year. I would love to get to 1,000 members. We're still on around 900 because a few cancellations and a few new ones. So come on, if you're liking the channel, you watch the podcast, you're watching all the stuff, like I said, you guys can make it bigger and it'd be much appreciated. Obviously, give us a thumbs up like if you liked it, share it, do what you got to do. I'll click for other videos and sends up there. We had a big ball special, which I think if you haven't seen some of the old training diaries, definitely the Ricardo Campello one in there is a beauty. It's worth a watch. Going to be more how-tos and technique stuff coming. I haven't forgot. Don't worry. It's going to be a good end of season here on Windsurfing.TV. So stay tuned.